Hello everyone, this is Dan Gramza and welcome to dangramza.com Market Studies for Monday, June 16th. Well, we had an interesting day on Friday with the Middle East crisis, as we talked about in the advanced video, and how the market absorbs that type of situation. It's what I refer to as a shock fundamental. It creates volatility, but usually it does not create a trend. What I'm looking for here in the S&P, this is the daily chart. If you're not familiar with this, the red line means sell, the green line means a buy level, a dashed line means that's something that happened earlier in the week. So the difference between this buy level to that sell level as a reference is $3,650 a contract. And what do we see now in this market? It's the way the market absorbed the news, the fundamentals. And the way it finished structurally, as we talked about in the advanced video, is I'm looking for an inside day on Monday. We need something fresh to create additional volatility directionally. And you're seeing something very similar here in the NASDAQ market. Dollar difference buy to sell level in that market is $3,940 a contract. So again, I'm not looking for another big day down in that market. In the Dow, what we see here is a big break to the downside. It closed weak. It does imply further movement to the downside, but look for a smaller range day on Monday. Dollar difference buy to sell level in that market is $605 a contract. Let's move on and take a look at small to mid-cap companies. That's the Russell 2000. Buy to sell level in that market is, let me get sure, yeah, it is $2,000 a contract. And again, I'm not looking for a big day down, but rather an inside type day. The dollar got stronger against these currencies. The euro opened stronger, but it also backed off. And remember, we're rolling some of these contracts. If you take a look at what's happening, the Swissy, it's in the same boat. Mr. Yen, dollar difference buy to sell level, $1,025 a contract. That's a difference here from that buy to sell level. These dash line differences is $587.50. So we're seeing the US dollar now starting to firm up against these currencies. Aussie dollar fell out of bed, look for an inside day. British pound, the same situation. I'm not looking for a big day up or down in that market. The Canadian dollar, also big strong rally, held its own, but I don't look for follow through to the upside. Bitcoin, dollar difference buy level to that sell level. Again, just as a reference, it's $22,350 a contract. It's bouncy. It wants to go higher, and if it is, you want to see that on Monday. Well, 10-year notes, dollar difference buy to sell level in that market is $625 a contract. Now, from the sell level down to that buy level, that dollar difference, $437.50. Look for an inside day. And the same thing here for bond market. I'm looking for a rest day as the market tries to evaluate what's going on. $531 from the sell level to the buy level, from the buy level to that sell level, $781.25. If we look at what's going on with gold, the trend is there, uncertainty is out there. This market is reflecting that. I don't look for a big day up on Monday. Silver, though, not tracking the same way. It's a neutral zone trade. Friday was important to see a move up. Did not happen. I'm looking for a sideways move in that market. From the buy level to that sell level it's $15,850 a contract. Over in copper, the expectation is demand could be picking up. I think this makes sense, and I look for a small inside to only slightly lower movement in that market. The uncertainty in the Middle East has caused crude oil to rally. It's above $70, which is a magic number for shale oil production in the United States, but look for an inside day on Monday. Nat gas, different buy to sell level there, $500 a contract, and I don't look for follow through to the upside, rather a sideways move. And, if you look at what's happening with soybeans in the agricultural markets, you want to remember Iran is the number 3 exporter of fertilizer in the world. They do about 4.8 million metric tons per year. And they're number 7 when it comes to the export of anhydrous ammonia, which is used for nitrogen by farmers. So it creates some uncertainty. This reflects that. Do not look for another day like that, though, on Monday. Dollar difference buy to sell level in that market is $750 a contract. Check out what's happening with corn. It also is firming up a bit. And we did have some changes when it came to biofuels, and it's reflected in shale oil, in soybean oil, and also in corn. So that's positive. Follow through. I'm not looking for a big day up, but it's got the potential for that. But we did see a strong close in the wheat market. Look for a smaller range day on Monday. The sell to buy level in that market, $450 a contract. Well, those are my thoughts for today. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to being with you again next week. In the meantime, have a terrific weekend and take care.